ISM Sports next, but let's keep these next three brief and quick if we can, as Eddie can then introduce Danny Jacobs.
Eddie, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, you tried to negotiate Callum Smith versus Canelo in previous years. You were unsuccessful. Why was it so easy to make now?
Well, easy is the wrong word. It was definitely one of the hardest deals I've ever had to put together because, firstly, we're in the middle of a pandemic, and the revenue from the gate just isn't there. So that makes it very hard straight away. Then you had obviously the legal situation with Canelo and Golden Boy and DAZN, and the separation of those three entities. So my plan and my strategy was to, first and foremost, make the fight for my guy who, we've had since his professional debut. He's become the world champion, the Ring Magazine champion. I wanted to give him a career-defining fight, a legacy fight, and the one is Canelo Alvarez. And, I needed to try and also, if I could make that happen and bring Canelo back to DAZN, it would be a huge statement. It would be huge for the platform. It would be huge for Callum Smith. It would be huge for boxing to bring arguably the biggest name in the sport back into action at the back end of the year. So it was really difficult, really difficult. And there was plenty of times where I just thought, this isn't going to happen. This isn't going to happen. And we hung in there. And, Canelo's going to make his own decisions, as a lot of these big stars do. And when he put out the social media post to say that he's going to be announcing his opponent at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we sort of all spoke to each other and said, well, we hope that's us. Because that morning we didn't have a deal, we didn't have a contract. We still had a lot to discuss. But it was obviously a good move by Canelo because we moved very quickly to get it over the line. And we actually completed the deal and signed the contracts 10 minutes before the announcement. So I'm really, really pleased with that. It's we've been looking for a major fight for Matchroom to stage for a long time in the US. And, I can't lie, it's been more difficult than I thought it would be. And I still feel like we've done a great job. And I still feel like DAZN has hands down the best schedule in US boxing. But this is a major, 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 major coup. Major coup. But, as great as it is to bring Canelo back to DAZN, I'm rooting for our guy, Callum Smith, for the win. And I have to respect Canelo Alvarez incredibly because he just wants to fight the champions. He could have made the same money taking an easier fight. Last year he boxed Danny Jacobs for the IBF middleweight championship. He boxed Crusher Kovalev for the WBO light heavyweight championship. And now his next fight, he's fighting Callum Smith for the WBA and Ring super middleweight championship. So this is great to see.
Okay, thanks, Eddie. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Marcos next, please.
Hey, Eddie. How's it going?
Hi, Marcos.
Hey, I got some quickies here. First off, where is Golovkin going to be fighting?
There will be an announcement later today.
Okay, so you can't say anything before the announcement.
It won't be in Texas.
It won't be in Texas.
No.
Okay. The other thing is, because you're more privy to these details with Canelo, is this a one-off with Canelo? Did he sign a new deal with DAZN, a multi-fight deal with DAZN? What's going on with that? Because there hasn't.
This is a one-fight deal at the moment, and obviously, look, on the two hats on, with my Matchroom boxing hat on and my heart, we're looking for a Callum Smith victory, and obviously, if that's the case, there'll probably be a Callum Smith Canelo 2 fight with a DAZN hat on. If Canelo Alvarez wins that fight, then we'll be looking to make the fight with Billy Joe Saunders or Triple G in May. So I think there's a steady flow of fights for Canelo Alvarez on DAZN. There wasn't enough time, and I'm not sure he wanted to do it, to be honest with you, to pen a multi-fight deal with only probably we had 4.5 weeks or 5 weeks till the Callum Smith fight. So we were happy, DAZN were happy to start that relationship afresh, if you like, for Matchroom to prove ourselves to Canelo Alvarez, ticking the boxes of getting our guy the biggest fight that we possibly could for his career in Callum Smith. So everyone's really happy at the moment, and hopefully it's the start of a long and successful process.
So he's not exclusive to DAZN right now?
Only for this fight.
Only for this fight.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's going on with Andrade?
So he was due to fight Dusty Harrison. He got COVID. we looked at some replacements for Demetrius, and to be honest, he just said, look, I just want to be in big fights now and great fights. So, you know, he's looking for that standout fight. He wants the Billy Joe Saunders fight, and I think if Billy Joe Saunders doesn't get Canelo Alvarez in May, it will be Andrade against Saunders, probably up at 168. But he also has a mandatory challenger against Liam Williams. So that's who he will fight next, Liam Williams, subject to Andrade landing a major fight. And that will be in February, hopefully with crowds back in Providence.
Thank you, Eddie.
No worries, mate.